This week on ETalk, we take a look at some awesome food documentary. Courtney shows us how to make a sweet Japanese treat. We highlight some common food allergies and sensitivities, and we are joined by Spoon University writer Jordan Su. All that and more coming up. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into ETalk, where we talk everything from LA to Elon. I'm Nellie, here with my lovely co-hosts Madison, Rachel, and Caroline. This week, Madison and Rachel took to the streets to see if Elon students could tell the difference between a Trump quote and a Kanye West quote. Check it out.
And when I found my armadillo in a tortillo, it was really good. I ate a burrito, armadillo burrito, oh yeah. Hey guys, I'm Madison.
And I'm Rachel.
We're back this week with the Mosley Minute. And you guys might think we're the two biggest egos in the game, but somehow there's people with even bigger ones.
Oh, you know it. Donald Trump and Kanye West, two very different men with two very different careers with two very big egos.
Let's ask Elon in a little game of Who Said It, of quotes, to see if it's Kanye West or Donald Trump.
Okay, so Donald Trump, the man, the myth, the legend. Are you a fan?
No,
Why is that?
I don't like him.
All right, that's fair enough. Okay, so the quote is, "Whatever happened to my antique fish tank?" Who said it?
Donald Trump.
That is incorrect. It was actually Kanye West.
John.
Better luck next time.
Okay, so Kanye West, Donald Trump, both former boyfriends of mine, but also huge personalities, as I'm sure you're aware of.
Yes.
Are you a fan of Kanye West?
Absolutely.
Are you a fan of Donald Trump?
I don't really know.
That's okay. The point is that you can't be too greedy. Donald Trump or Kanye West?
Donald Trump.
Correct! Woo! You win bragging points!
So the quote is, and this is a quote, I'm not telling this to you.
Okay.
Do you mind if I sit back a little because your breath is very bad? Who said it? Donald Trump, Kanye West.
Honestly, Donald Trump.
You are correct.
Kanye West, don't read the answers.
What?
Oh,
I didn't look.
I thought you were reading the answers.
Come on, I was
Part of the beauty of me is that I am very rich. Who said it?
I would say Donald Trump.
That is correct. People are doing a lot better than we anticipated.
Wow. Well, I think what we really learned today is that the true future president of the United States, 2020, should be Kanye. That's right, he announced it himself.
VP, Kim, obviously.
Secretary of State, me. Dream team. Thanks for watching.
So guys, thanks for that enlightening
They're not so
segment.
different after all.
You know, I didn't think they would be.
Yeah,
But,
most people could get the correct
Hey, well,
answer.
one of
Both
them's
great
running for
leaders.
president now. One of them's running
Yep.
in 2020.
True.
So
Both leaders we should look forward to. But speaking of Kanye West and his wife, actually, Kim Kardashian posted a naked picture of herself today. And
thankfully.
thank God. And to be very honest, you know how I feel about the Kardashians. I love them. I'm over her posting naked pictures of herself. Also, it was brought to my attention that this was not taken recently. This
It's
was
pre-baby
taken
number 2.
pre-Saint West, who has all but disappeared since being born.
Pre-Satan.
Good one.
Hey, he is so cute.
He's
Have you seen
adorable,
that picture?
but he's been shown once since he's been born, and Northwest is
Is
like,
in every
it's
picture.
everywhere. But anyway, Kim posted.
Okay, but remember when North was born?
Yeah, they
She
wait
was-
till they
yeah.
get cute because God forbid they're anything but cute. But Kim
Remember
speaking,
the eyebrows thing?
yes, when people are like, "Oh, do you wax her eyebrows?" I'm sure they do. But she posted a naked picture of herself it's a mirror picture nonetheless, and she just put bars covering her goodies.
Okay, I kind of respect the fact that she made it a mirror picture though, because it's so much weirder when it's not, because who took that?
That's
like,
true.
Probably Kanye.
Did you
I
see the
agree.
episode where
Kanye.
she was on vacation and she like laid naked in waterfalls and let
Oh my
her
God,
poor
and-
assistant take naked
Yeah.
pictures of
No,
her?
the best part is when Brody Jenner walks in. He's like, "You're my half, or like
He
you're
just
my
saw her
step
nipples.
sibling."
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like, no.
Yeah.
I personally think it's better she just got rid of the
herself.
middleman, did it herself, got straight to the point.
You
Also,
know,
like
sure.
a mirror pic makes it relatable. Not that any of us have that.
No judgment.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. I
Don't
don't.
be
but,
so
Whatever
quick
Madison
to
does in her
judge.
free time is fine. Okay.
but she's like keeping it real, just being in her bathroom, taking a mirror pic of her.
It was just
Maybe she was about to get in the shower. You
That's
don't
what,
know.
actually, funny enough, the BuzzFeed I read today, which is where my source comes from.
Only the finest news.
Only the finest. But BuzzFeed was saying, for some reason, maybe she got in the shower, but what they were saying was that she had blonde hair, which she does not have now.
Yeah.
She looked I mean, some people bounce back quickly, but she had a baby 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't really know.
No, she had it in December.
All right,
Sorry.
whatever. I'm the Kardashian expert here. But
Time isn't
anyway,
real.
I don't think it's from today. I'm overseeing Naked Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it annoys me because I remember like a few seasons ago in Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she was all pumped about doing this magazine cover, and then she found out she'd be naked for it and had this like total breakdown about being naked for it. And that, not that there's anything wrong with like the nude form, but like,
Not that there's anything wrong,
Yeah.
but those are the Kardashians. Speaking of the Kardashians.
Rob Kardashian committed one of his infamous, like total like Instagram clear outs. He deleted all the pictures from his Instagram, unfollowed everybody, only to later refollow Blac Chyna, his mother, his father, and all of his siblings.
Wait,
And
did he follow Caitlyn Jenner?
Caitlyn?
I said his father, yeah.
Oh.
That's his father. right?
Stepfather.
Stepfather.
Sorry. Watch your, yeah. Check your phone.
I forgot. Yeah, I
No,
forgot.
but yeah.
R.I.P. Robert
Just making
Kardashian.
sure it wasn't like
Yeah.
Rob, the senior Rob Kardashian.
I was like,
who
wait,
has left.
coming back from the
No.
I was like, does he have an Instagram from Beyond the Grave?
I just always forget that it's
That's fine.
stepfather. But anyways, and then he posted a stock photo image of a birthday cake in celebration for his 29th birthday, which is coming up.
So sad.
Which is very odd to me.
That's so sad.
And then I
hate to hear
checked it like right before we started this, and he also Instagrammed a picture of Northwest tripping.
Oh, I've seen that, and
It
she's
said
about to hit
something
the
like,
ground.
it said, well, it like looks like she's like bending, like it's supposed to look like she's like bending over like her shoes, but she's actually tripping, and it's just something like yo, like check those Jordans or something.
Check the Yeezys.
And that, like why is she not wearing Yeezys or something? And then he uploaded another one even more recently, and it's like a very close-up selfie of
like
him,
his
and
eye,
like
right?
it's
And
him and
China.
Blac Chyna's eyes. And it's just this whole thing about everyone assumed that they'd broken up because he deleted all these pictures of them,
was like, "We're not."
unfollowed
He was
her
like,
at first,
"Psych."
and then he was like,
you.
just kidding, like me and Blac Chyna are not, China are not
China.
broken up. Well, he actually called her like Chai.
Try, yeah.
No, he coined Chiro.
Chiro.
And then
Hashtag
hashtag
Chiro.
Chiro. I'm like, you can't come up with your own couple names.
And he put the little ring symbols,
Yeah.
you know, and apparently she's been wearing a wedding ring, or not a wedding ring, but an engagement ring, or
Beautiful.
seen out.
Amazing.
I feel really bad for Blac Chyna and Tyga's kid because they're,
His name is King.
first of all, his name is King. Second of all, his mom's boyfriend is his dad's girlfriend's brother.
Yes.
So speaking of
Just think about
relationships,
that. Well, okay, on a better note, I know you guys don't always love to hear about Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris yesterday just celebrated their 1-year anniversary. So she posted this really sweet Instagram. It was just a simple gold locket engraved with the date 3/6/2015. And then he, on his Snapchat, posted this really cute video of a cake that said 1 year with hearts, and then it panned over to Taylor, and like she probably made the cake, and I'm just really happy for them. They're such a, like, honestly, I know people give her a hard time for all her boyfriends, I guess, but they are a really cute couple.
no,
and
it's a long time, especially in Hollywood. Like for those two,
Yeah.
I'm really happy for them.
My problems with Taylor Swift have nothing to do with her like dating history. I'm not one of those people that like would shame her for having a lot of boyfriends, whatever. And I think they are a really cute couple, and I think Calvin Harris is like a really
and he
cool
like
dude.
supports her too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing,
He
yeah.
like stands up for her on Twitter,
Yeah, he
like,
does.
publicly.
with trolls and stuff.
I can get over the fact that they look like fraternal twins, but
Stop.
they really do. You can't unsee it. I promise.
It happened.
Yeah,
It literally just happened. I will never not unsee
It happened on ETalk last semester, and I haven't unseen it since.
Oh, you really do hate to hear that. Well, speaking of relationships, but this is a different one, a mother-son one. Madonna had a concert recently, and she dedicated the song La Vie en Rose to her son Rocco because she's in a custody battle with Guy Ritchie, her ex-husband, who's the father of Rocco. And right now Rocco's living in London, but she wants him to come back and live with her in New York. It's very complicated, and she broke down crying, and she said that this is a little weird, she said she hopes that he knows she misses him. I feel like just pick up the phone maybe? What?
Yeah,
Well, I think they might have like
I don't know if
cut
there's
off
some beef.
communication. I don't think
Oh,
he's
really?
answering her phone calls because apparently he
sad.
was on her tour.
I think I heard that, yeah.
He was
old
on
is
her
he?
tour.
He's
like
15.
He was on her tour, and then he was like, "I'm done with this." And like, rumor has it that she's much more of the, you know, strict parent,
Yep.
and then Guy Ritchie is much more laid back and will let him, you know, kind of do his own thing.
He's the
and
cool dad.
You know it's a weird relationship when Madonna's the strict one.
But she has a reputation as being like very,
That's cool.
very
intense
But I feel
person.
like it'd be hard to be like, I'm sure she just wants to like raise her kids as normal as
Right.
they can in a way. And I feel like you do have to be like more strict and be like, no, you can't do this. Like
Yeah.
this, you can't come to this like party with me. Like you have to be to bed, especially because it's only 15.
That's
Also,
really young.
his mom is Madonna.
Yeah,
He could do whatever
exactly.
he
Like,
wants, yeah.
so I don't know.
Well, that's heartbreaking, but hopefully that wraps up. So thank you guys so much. Coming up, I talked to Courtney and Danielle about some of their favorite food documentaries.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back, ETalkers. I'm here with food experts Courtney and Danielle to talk about the importance and relevance of some of the most popular food documentaries available today. So guys, I love food. I love documentaries.
Yeah.
Food documentaries are probably my favorite things on Netflix.
Same.
What are your favorites?
So the big one that I watched, that was like my first food documentary, was Food Inc. And I watched it in my environmental science class. And it sort of just reveals
Back in
like,
high school?
back in
Yeah,
high
I did the
school.
same stuff
Yeah,
here.
it reveals like the whole food industry and sort of how animals are treated, how like pesticides are used. And you really don't think about where food comes from. So this is a great documentary if you want to sort of open your eyes, because we're very naive when it comes to food.
Absolutely.
Because no one grows food anymore. So it's like very interesting to see where it comes from. It was the documentary that made me switch to vegetarianism just because I didn't like how animals were treated. But I think it's one of my top choices.
It's a good starting documentary.
I think that's pretty. I think most high schools show that now. It's a really important conversation, really important subject. Something a little bit lighter that I love is Chef's Table, and it's something that recently came on Netflix, I think last year, and I love it. It takes you like inside the kitchen and has all these. I think.
Are you a chef? Are you a cook?
I love cooking. It's my favorite hobby. I cook every single day. It's like my stress reliever after class. It's my favorite thing. And Chef's Table like puts you behind like the line of fire. Like it's so cool. And we were just talking about this. The very first episode, Stonehenge Farm, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Is in my town. It's right next to my town.
Oh,
and
there you
I
go.
didn't know about it until I watched the documentary. And I knew about it, but I didn't know what it was called or all the like fuss. I knew there was a farm that people paid a lot of money to go sit at and be fed really, really, really pure food. It was awesome watching it and knowing that I was right there. So I'm trying to go. May not be in my budget right now.
Yeah, the whole farm to table movement. I saw
Yeah.
that episode too. Yeah, Netflix has a lot of good food documentaries. There's one that just came out called Cook, which is sort of an anthropogenic look about like the fire, water, earth, and air that's used to make our food. I'm actually watching it in my food anthropology class as well.
That's so cool.
So it's really cool and interesting to like think about how other cultures treat food and like opening your eyes to like the world.
Right. I mean, I think food is such a good medium to do that with because who doesn't like everyone loves food. And
It's true.
I think like I don't know if you guys seen the movie Chef, but like watching food being made to me is one of the most like exciting things, which is like insane, but it's really, I think it's beautiful to watch someone make like a meal. And so I think these do that. And some like Super Size Me is not so beautiful.
Yeah, Super Size Me is, I watched it in the 6th grade, and I have never eaten fast food since,
Same.
with the exception of a cookout milkshake. I still eat that. But yeah, it was so horrifying to me to see what went into the food. I just was done, and I'm 20 years old and haven't eaten it in like 10 years.
And what's super interesting about this one is that because it was made, McDonald's actually changed
That's
like their
awesome.
recipes. Like they got rid of the pink slime or whatever that was used to like make the burgers, and they stopped. You can't supersize things anymore.
That's awesome. I mean, I think that's the goal with a lot of documentaries. I think that's what a lot of documentarians set out to do is change something and get the word out there and say, this is what I don't like. they're informing the public, and then the
Once
public.
you change the consumers, because
Yeah.
we're really the driving
You have to
force.
change the demand.
So
Yeah.
we tell McDonald's what we want. So
Exactly. So people saw this movie, they said, ew, please change this, and they did, and I think that's really great, and that's
It's
the
still
goal.
not the best option, but
We're moving
we're
towards,
moving
yeah,
towards
we're
it.
progressing.
Yeah, another great one that sort of aims for this, it's called Fed Up. It's by Katie Couric, who has been following the childhood obesity epidemic
Yes.
like most of her career, and she sort of focuses on the sugar epidemic and how we can't really escape it.
Yeah.
Because you think you're losing weight, but you're not, or and whatnot.
Yeah, these
It's
are all, I
crazy.
mean, like, that's super important. That's something that's really, really plaguing us. So we hope to see in the next selection that come up. Well, thank you guys so much. Stay tuned, because up next, Courtney shows us how to make mochi a sweet Japanese treat.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Hey ETalkers, Courtney here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make mochi, which is a Japanese version of a marshmallow. You may have seen mochi at a bunch of different frozen yogurt shops. I know there was some at the one I worked at, Peach Wave, hashtag Crave the Wave, and it's actually a ceremonial marshmallow used during the Lunar New Year, and usually it's made by like crushing up sweet rice, but we're just going to make this one in the microwave. Let's get started. So we're gonna add 3/4 of a cup of the Mokiko sweet rice flour, which I got in Durham. Kind of far a trek, but totally worth it for this stuff. I'm spilling everywhere, but it's totally fine. Then we're gonna add some water. Bloop. And we're also gonna add 1/4 cup of sugar. And if you want it a little sweeter, you can probably add more. But I'm just gonna stick to the recipe. And once it's fully mixed, we're gonna stick this bad boy in the microwave. Okay, stick this bad boy in the oven. We're gonna put a microwave cover on it, and if you don't have one of those, you can just use plastic wrap. And we're going for a minute. All right, I'm gonna remove this cover. As you can see, it's a bit more solid, and we're just gonna mix that up again. And this recipe's super, super easy, and it's gluten-free. It's very liquidy, but once we stick it in the microwave, it's gonna start congealing together. Pulling it out for the second time. It's even more congealed, where it gets really hard. It's kind of hot too. So back in the microwave we go for another minute. And this is the consistency you want. It's very, very sticky. Not gonna get off my spoon very easily. So we're gonna take our parchment paper so we don't make a huge mess. We're gonna put the sweet rice flour so it doesn't stick. We're gonna roll this in the flour, and you can spread it out like so, or you can have fun with it and start rolling it into balls. For the Japanese ceremonies, they'll make huge cakes out of these and stack 2 of them on top of each other and top it with a giant like kumquat or something, which sort of symbolizes togetherness and the power of rice. I'm gonna turn mine into a snowman. Okay, so mochi doesn't have much of a flavor, but it has this really cool sticky texture that I really, really like. And I could basically like eat this all day. I think it's so good. And another take on mochi is they make mochi ice cream, which you can find at places like Trader Joe's, where they wrap this stuff around a little scoop of ice cream. And the texture combined with the sort of creaminess of ice cream is so incredible, and I highly recommend it.
Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
We're back, and Katie and Danielle are here to talk about some of the benefits of going gluten-free or vegan or vegetarian, which seems to be becoming more popular recently. So guys, why do we think this is?
I mean, for me, yeah. So I know you guys have a lot of allergies. We were just talking about it. I don't have any allergies to any foods. But I've been vegan for short amount of times. I've been gluten-free a little bit, but the thing about going vegan, especially gluten-free, is that if you do it for long enough, I did it as a detox to help my migraines. But when I started eating gluten again, it made me feel ill. So you kind of have to ease back into it and know going in that if you cut things out, that has the potential of you possibly never eating them again.
Yeah.
Or being really difficult to eat again. So it can be a little.
What were the benefits you found from going vegan or gluten-free? How did you feel better?
Definitely. I mean, I think for me, my biggest thing is I think everybody should go vegan for a week because it makes you look at all of the ingredients, and you will never know what's in all of your food until you have to ask and look at all the ingredients. And there are things that I haven't eaten again. Oreos are actually vegan. If that's not terrifying, I don't know what is. But you look at the ingredients and it just is very eye-opening.
That's kind of exciting though, because that means I can eat more Oreos. Is that what we're saying?
Well, the first time I was vegan, I was not prepared, and I ate pita bread, peanut butter, and just Oreos for a week.
Good.
And that was all I did.
So you did real
Second
well.
time around, I actually prepared, yeah.
Okay. I actually have a friend who's gluten-free, and she has been since high school. And some things she would just cheat on and commit to eating them. She was like, my stomach would hurt, but I don't care. I just want it. But I tried a lot of her gluten-free foods, and I think a reason it's becoming more popular is because the options out there are getting so much better.
Buckwheat flour, which is what I eat now that when I went gluten-free for a little bit, I couldn't eat regular flour, so I eat buckwheat flour. And it has all these nutrients. It tastes like actually something. It has sort of a nutty flavor in it. And so it's a better alternative. It's just healthier.
And she was trying different kinds of gluten-free pizzas and things like that. It could go real wrong real quick, but some options, it was actually good. And I remember she had a pizza cookie and it was gluten-free, and I had the regular, and I ate some of hers and it tasted the same. And it was just I see where the world is going now. The world helps.
I feel in a lot of ways though, going gluten-free, it's a big buzzword and people do it to be healthy, but I was talking to my sister about it, and since there's all these options out there, it's really easy to be gluten-free and still eat pretty unhealthily.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
there's a difference.
The veganism, you can be vegan and be very unhealthy.
Yeah.
And, going gluten-free, a lot of times they substitute a lot of sugar in to make it taste better. Gluten-free
Which
bread
is
is
the
not
opposite
of
of what you want.
So you definitely have to be careful and go in eyes wide open. And I think a lot of the basis of this is just eating whole foods and starting from the ground up, starting with ingredients instead of a bag of
And I know
whatever.
you mentioned that you're a vegetarian when you're here at school, you're a pescatarian when you're at home, and you know where the fish are coming from. While you're at school, what protein alternatives do you opt for?
I'm a big fan of tofu. I make smoothies every morning. Katie knows we're in an
8
8 a.m. class together. I add peanut butter to that. I mean, there's a lot of other alternatives. I mean, there's also protein in different vegetables. I eat quinoa, which is a complete protein, so that's the best protein out there.
Do you get protein from nuts?
Yeah, I do eat nuts. You know.
We were both talking about our nut allergies. I'm actually allergic to specifically tree nuts, which basically means that I get to eat peanut butter So that's always exciting.
That's
But I
good.
wish I had that more to rely on for protein.
Well, thank you guys for being here. And don't go anywhere because up next we're talking to Jordan Shu, who works for Spoon University here on campus.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back, and we're here with Jordan Shu, who is Elon's representative for Spoon University. So Jordan, basically I think first off, Spoon University, it's sort of like when I checked it out, it's like a BuzzFeed, but in the fact that there's like a lot of different articles, but exclusively for food, and each school has a chapter. But tell us like a little bit more about it. And so what's the goal, I guess, of Spoon University?
Okay, so Spoon University at Elon, it's an online platform that has written content, video content. I would describe it as like a food network for college students.
Mm-hmm.
So while BuzzFeed does have articles and stuff, and actually some of Spoon's articles are featured on BuzzFeed, written by college students, it's really targeted toward college students for college students.
Awesome. And so your role, what's your role for Spoon University?
So I'm the editorial director, which is basically like the editor-in-chief for written content. I have a managing editor, Kate Sieber. She's in charge of mostly the editing, and I'm mostly in charge of like the creative content, but we also have a social media team, marketing team, business team, so a full team, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And Elon Spoon University's chapter has just chartered here. It's brand new, and so how do you see it growing in the coming years, or like just even the remainder of this year? And like where do you want to see it, and by the time you've graduated?
Yeah, so our website launches in 2 weeks, so that's really exciting. And we do an event every month, or we're planning on it, for the campus, whether it's about traveling or eating healthier, based on what Spoon headquarters in New York says that the theme of the month is for that. And then I hope eventually, whether it's in a year or 2 years or however long, we can maybe make it into a print publication, so it would be a magazine with food for Elon students.
That'd be amazing. And so do you write articles yourself for Spoon University? And what's the favorite one you've written so far?
Well, I write articles myself, and my favorite type of article is recipes. And at Elon, obviously it's hard to buy tons of ingredients, but I hope that over spring break, I can get a couple of articles in with ingredients from home.
Yeah, because I know that's my biggest problem at school, where I want to cook a lot, but at the same time I don't want to buy a bag of flour and use half of it because I'm not going to use it for other recipes. Just because I'm poor and I don't have a lot of money to spend on ingredients. But that was when I was looking through Spoon University. That was like one of my favorite things about it was a lot of like mug recipes. Right. Those become like my favorite articles with all the different like mug cakes and like especially the egg recipes because those are like so cheap that you can make. But one of the major things that I was definitely wondering about was Spoon University. It's at a bunch of different campuses across the country. How is Elon's going to be like authentically to this campus? How is it going to make it any different than other campuses, Spoon University websites?
So the content that's going to be from Elon, I guess on the Elon chapter, they're written by Elon students. And we go to a school that's not necessarily in a city, so choices are often limited. But it's a way for, like you said, for people to find quick recipes that they can do with like 5 ingredients. That's cheap. That ways you can reinvent dining hall food, since dining hall plays a big part on campus since we don't live in a city. But it's just ways that Elon students can connect with their friends or other people that they might not have connected with about food and something they love.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming here. That's all the time we have for now, ETalkers. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Until next time, this is ETalk.